Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is my Bloodshot Miss partner. It's David Cross.
What's going on, Mark? Happy to be here.
Now, we miss Bloodshot Miss, but there's a very important reason for that. You've been podcasting with me since 2018, 2019. We've been talking about Bloodshot since 2020, every year. And so what we're doing, though, is since our 500th episode of Movies, Films, and Flicks is coming up soon, we are going to save this episode for the 500th episode week, where I'm dropping, well, if you're listening to it, you're listening to it now. So this is our 500th episode week, and you are listening to us talk about Bloodshot. So we didn't hit the anniversary, but we're saving it for something special for this week, because we got to bring out the big guns for the 500th episode week, and that's Bloodshot Miss.
One of my favorite MMF series.
Oh, it's lovely. And listen, I watched this again. You watched this again. We're years later on. It came out 2020. Now it's 2023. What are your thoughts about Bloodshot Miss years later?
Yeah. So again, I watched this. This is going to be my seventh or eighth viewing. This is also our sixth podcast, counting two that disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe is it six? Maybe it is. I can't quite remember.
What's our fourth?
It's our fourth that we've done.
And we've lost two.
Yeah. That's still funny. So rewatching it, I still like it a lot. I'm glad we started covering it. I'm glad we were doing Bloodshot Miss. The one thing that I noticed on this time around is this movie shares some DNA, or this concept shares some DNA with RoboCop. And what I mean by that is that it's two people who are brought back to life to continue their job. And like, that's a capitalist dystopia. But I hadn't put that connection together previously. And it would be interesting to see a version of this film where it talks more about, Vin Diesel, maybe, or not Vin Diesel. Oh my God. Bloodshot, maybe he wanted to retire and now he's forced to work.
And you know what's interesting, where RoboCop, directed by Paul Verhoeven, is very much so a satire that sort of pokes fun, not sort of, it pokes fun at capitalism and the system. Bloodshot's totally straight faced. This is Guy 100%. Pearce exploiting a dead dude to kill off his partners so he can sell his what is it? What's the word?
Proprietary
works to the military so many can die. So yeah, he's making money with a dead person, but it's so straight-faced and non-satire-esque. But I want to say something. You really changed how I watched this movie last year when you and Megan talked about the athleisure wear in it. Now, when I watch this movie, you have Asa Gonzalez, KT, leisure wear. You have Sam, leisure wear. Vin Diesel's wearing a white tank sleeveless shirt with two racing stripes on the back of it. Like, this is a very athleisure wear heavy movie. And I never thought about that until 2022. And now it's 2023. And when I watch this, I'm like, everyone's just athleisuring all over the place. So now when I see it, it's become like Bloodshot, aka athleisure wear Bloodshot City.
Yeah,
it's Lulu
that's
Bloodshot.
Vin Diesel's perfect. That's his perfect, like remember, he's let's be honest, like Vin Diesel is not a young man. He's middle-aged. Athleisure wear for movies might be great for him.
What's better, Lulu Bloodshot or Bloodshot Lemon?
Bloodshot Lemon. It sounds bizarre. That's why I love it.
Just there's so much athleisure wear, and you've changed how I watch this movie. Now, one thing I do love more years later is that Lamorne Morris, they gave him free reign to do whatever he wanted. This is a major motion picture that just let Lamorne Morris do whatever he wanted. And that makes me so happy, because I don't think that'll happen again. And he's perfect in this movie.
I hope it does. He is definitely a standout in the. It does feel like he ad-libbed out most of his stuff.
Like going back to eat the ramen before he saves people, all this, pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth. But like I just love that. Lamorne Morris, I love him. New Girl, he's so good. But like, he's in a $40 million movie just doing whatever he wants, and I love that about it. Makes me very happy. Also, with Asa Gonzalez, with her career blowing up right now, you realize how many gratuitous shots of her there are. And watching this and Last Witch Hunter, which were competing against each other today, they definitely treat Rose Leslie with a lot more respect than they do Asa Gonzalez and athleisure wear for the entire movie. So those are a few of the things that have changed for me. just watching it more and more and more. But yeah, mostly athleisure wear.
Mostly, I think. Well, I got some on now, so the key turning point in cinema: athleisure wear and Bloodshot.
All right, so here it is: Bloodshot Lemon versus The Last Witch Hunter, and we have something actually very in store, very special in store for 2024. We're both going to read or are reading the Bloodshot official movie novelization. So we are going to talk about that for our next Bloodshot episode, which will come out next year or later this year. Who knows?
It's MFF. We do whatever we want.
There's no rules, just right.
I did read the first three chapters of that. It is significantly more detailed than the movie, and it does like you do understand the movie a bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was a little shocked by that, but it's been fun. So far it's a pretty good read.
I want to be on the subway, just with the pages open, reading it, and just have everyone going, "Is that guy reading the Bloodshot movie novelization?" Like that's, some people read Infinite Jest, some people read, whatever Gillian Flynn. I have Bloodshot.
Have you ever read a movie book based on the movie?
I have. Novelization? I read The Phantom.
Really?
Novelization. And then I sent it to Adam Clement, who he went to college with and was on the MFF podcast. I mailed it to him so he could have it.
It's funny. I haven't read a movie one, but I've read Halo adaptation based on the video game.
That's fun.
It was fun. It was great. I had a great time reading it. It's surprisingly good. I mean, it's popcorn, right? You're just like, I'm having a good time at night reading about, something going on. I before we jump into like the major discussion today, Bloodshot versus The Last Witch Hunter, I thought it would be fun to do a quick update on the cast members of Bloodshot so we keep track of what they're doing. So I want to quickly talk about Vin. He has, according to IMDb, 4 movies in various stages of completion. So one, Triple X4, that's in pre-production. I don't know how did you feel about Triple X?
So when I watched it in the theaters, I felt like it was a really good time. But when I went through all the Vin Diesel movies again to pull his sleeveless shirt data, it's it's still fun. And it made 345 million. And it features Tony Jaa and Donnie Yen. No, it's still awesome. Never mind. It's like the skateboarding scene is like, and he's the jungle skiing. It's, I don't know if it's ego or just supposed to like, Mark, shut up and enjoy this. But that skateboarding scene, it's not, it's it's still,
it's ridiculous.
It's still beautiful though. It's still beautiful.
Yeah, that series went from being, I think, kind of serious to understanding that's a satire. And I love it. It's really good. Or maybe it was an addition. Maybe it was a satire originally, and then the marketing was like, "No, this is serious. This is 1990 or 2001," and like, "Rawr, we're aggressive right now."
Oh, that was so aggressive in the early 2000s, man.
Yeah, it really, really was. Pitch Black 4, Furia. Real excited about that one. Love Pitch Black. Fast 10 coming out, or will be out by the time you listen to this podcast. I'm excited about that. And then we have Muscle, and that is Vin Diesel action comedy where he must clear his name while being on the run. It was described as something like Rush Hour. I think that could be fun. I think Vin Diesel can be funny, and that in the last, 15 years, he hasn't really tapped into that.
Yeah, 15 years is a pretty good poll because you have Pacifier. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the last time. I'm looking at all of his movies right here. He hasn't been. So, what's interesting? I watch all of his movies. He hasn't been funny since maybe Fast 7, when The Rock is talking, saying like, "Oh, I beat him up." And Vin goes, "He's on a lot of painkillers right now." Like, that's the last joke I think that Vin has dropped in a movie. So, yeah, I mean, at least 10 years.
It would be great to have some more jokes. Then I did want to quickly touch on, is it Isa Gonzalez?
So I heard her pronounce it as Aza.
Aza? Okay, yeah. It's the one I'm always like curious with. The update here is she has a bunch of TV movies coming in, but I wanted to mention that she was in Ambulance last year.
So good.
So I'm part of a bad movie club, and twice a month we watch a bad movie. Next up for me is Ambulance. And go ahead.
Ambulance is a good movie.
Well, that's the thing. It's not we call it a bad movie club, but really it's just like action movies, and then sometimes movies like The Room, like movies that are so wild that you're like, I can't believe this got made. That wasn't a reference to the podcast, but it's kind of what we inspired to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
And listen,
so my pick's Ambulance. I'm gonna do that next month.
it's shot in like 35 days for like 30 million. And the reason it's in the ambulance is because of the pandemic, so they could keep it small. And so it's a brilliant, like, as far as a high octane white collar or like white knuckle thrill ride, it's, and there's some good body horror in it. Like it's, and you have Jake Gyllenhaal like yelling his face off in a cashmere sweater. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I'm excited
We
to listen to it. Or I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Have you seen it?
I have not. Yeah, the most recent one we did, just as a sort of a setter, is Friday night. I watched Dragon Slayer.
How was that? I need to watch that.
I like it a lot. There is very little dialogue, so like during these things, you kind of make jokes, but there's so little dialogue that we couldn't really make a lot of jokes. Last 30 minutes of dragon action is amazing. George R. R. Martin said it's the best dragon on screen ever, and he is not wrong.
I just bought it. Adam Hodgins and I are going to do an episode about it.
Oh, I'm so in. I can't wait for it. And then I didn't look up anyone else, but I'm sure everyone's doing great.
What Lamorne Morris was in a show called Woke on Hulu, and then Sam Heughan, like he just did all those Scottish documentaries and books, and then Toby Kebbell was in the M Night Shyamalan show Servant, so he's been like busy with that. Yeah, so yeah, they're all working, man. They're all keeping busy.
Keep them busy before Bloodshot 2. That's what they're doing. They're just
Exactly.
waiting.
Fingers crossed. So you ready to get into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is stressful. All right, so Breck Eisner directed The Last Witch Hunter. He's known from the Crazies remake, which is brilliant. He also directed a lot of episodes of The Expanse, which is one of my favorite TV shows ever. Then you have Dave Wilson, who directed Bloodshot. He did Love, Death, Robots. He's a special effects guy. They're both the directors. I'm just going to get the general stats out of the way. So The Last Witch Hunter made 130 million worldwide. It has an 18% tomato meter score, 43% audience score, and a 5.9 IMDb score. And it features 0 sleeveless t-shirts from Vin Diesel.
Lame.
For Bloodshot, 31% tomato meter, 78% audience, and 5.7 IMDb, and it features 5 sleeveless shirts. So you have 0 and 5.
Just so I understand, the IMDb score for Bloodshot is lower than the IMDb score for that is wild. Yeah. That is crazy.
2 lower, and it only made 37 million, but it came out in March of 2020 when everything was shutting down. So it
hit the theater within 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, it was a terrible time to release it, but it only cost 40 million. The Last Witch Hunter cost 80.
I thought it was higher. I thought it was like 90. I mean, what's the difference of 10 million? But yeah,
last time I checked, it said 80, but I mean 80 to 90 million. That's quite a bit for the Last
quite
Witch
a
Hunter.
bit. Yeah.
It's a bit disappointing to know. Oh, budget 90 million estimated. So yeah, I mean, that's a bit disappointing to know that it cost 90 million. But Bloodshot shot in South Africa, whereas I know The Last Witch Hunter shot around Pittsburgh. So it shot in the States, like probably had just probably the everything was just a little bit more expensive, but it's a $90 million against a $40 million. So we got to put that into context.
Yeah. One thing that I thought about when I was thinking about these two movies together is their marketability at the time they were released. And with The Last Witch Hunter, it is released in 2015. This is not at the height of Game of Thrones, but it's pretty high. It has a Game of Thrones actor in it with Rose Leslie. And then it has another fantasy megastar with Elijah Wood. And it feels like this was a attempt to just take advantage of American culture's like obsession with fantasy at the time. Like we're going to have a D&D inspired movie, an urban fantasy, and everyone love it. And then with Bloodshot, it's trying to take advantage of just the amount of superhero movies. Like I know we say it's saturated now, and it was even saturated in 2020, but it was less saturated. So like people were still clamoring for more and more of these.
And also I just want to say I love that Vin keeps casting Game of Thrones actors. So he got Nathalie Emmanuel in Furious 7. He had
Great.
Rory in Triple X 3. He just keeps bringing in. Oh, he had one of the guys in Fate of the Furious. I forget his name with the big dude with the beard, Tormund. He had him in there. So he just loves casting Game of Thrones actors. And I guess in Bloodshot, he got Sam Heughan, who was from Outlander. So he just loves fantasy shows, doesn't he?
I mean, Vin's a huge nerd, and I know that he talks about it all the time. We've talked about this previously. He wrote the introduction to the latest book, Dragon's Manual, Dungeons and Masters Manual. No,
Wow.
it's the Player's Manual. That's what it is. I have it, and I've read it. I can't remember it though. But he's a huge nerd. He's a sci-fi. He's a huge sci-fi fantasy nerd, and this is the lane he likes to drive in.
Wow, it makes me happy. And so, okay, so we got everything out of the way. We're gonna go better Vin performance, Bloodshot or The Last Witch Hunter. Which one? I think I have a very I know what I think. Does that make sense? I know what the best performance is. Do you want me to tell you why I think so?
Yes.
Okay, obviously you do. No, Mark, I don't want you knowing that. But okay, I put a lot of thought into this. I think it's because of Last Witch Hunter. Because when I was prepping for this, I did an episode of Too Fast, Too Forever with Joey Two and Joey Lewandowski. And while listening to the commentary, I learned that Vin in The Last Witch Hunter, he didn't want to play the morose immortal. He didn't want to play the immortal who's doing nothing but pining over his lost family. This is Calder in this movie. He still misses his wife and kids, but he's moved on. He actually loves being immortal. He's like, listen, I go around stopping covens. I enjoy this. Like, I get stewardesses. I have a sweet crib. I drive awesome cars. I have cool weapons. Like, he's not, I feel like most movies where there are mortals, the others like, oh, my existence is terrible. I hate it. Like, I've been alive forever. I just want to not be around anymore. Vin, or aka Calder, is just, this is great. I just travel around the world and I watch things get built and I kill a bunch of witches and I keep the earth safe because terrible things are coming. And I love Bloodshot. I love his interactions with KT and Lamar Morris, but I think his sole decision to play Calder as a non sort of depressed character was an interesting idea. And Megan was watching it with me last night and she's like, Vin's trying to be charismatic here. Like, Vin, he's not trying, but like Vin really is bringing the charisma on in Last Witch Hunter. So I give him the edge in Last Witch Hunter, at least for me.
You would be surprised to know that I agree. Yeah. So I did find Vin charming in this. And also he looks great. This is like the best he's looked in a long time. His suits are superiorly tailored. He looks fancy. He looks kind of funny. He's playful. Really, really think that this role gave him more opportunity to try different emotions, right? Like we think of Dom, right? Dom goes, he's angry. He's just angry all the time. Like he barely makes any jokes. He's just angry all the time. But this one, he's like kind of joking. He's saving little kids, flirting with people. It's definitely the Last Witch Hunter.
I totally, and you know, like in the Fast and Furious movies, he's not cool. He's just Dom. No. In this movie, he has his sweet jackets. He goes around town. He knows everybody. The witch in the beginning when she has the runes, he's not going to kill her. He's just like, listen, you're going to blow us up. Let me fix this. Let her live. He just seems like he likes Michael Caine. Of course he gets Michael Caine. He gets Judi Dench in Chronicles of Rick. He gets Michael Caine in this. Such a nerd. I love it. But I think it's his better. I think this is him loving what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm taking
I mean, we should say that this is his passion project, right? Like he's a huge D&D fan, like we said, and he has this character is based off of one of his D&D characters, and he do this role. And then you know what? I would like to see more Vin in this type of thing, in this type of role.
Absolutely. And I love the similarities too between Bloodshot and this, where he's unwittingly being used as a weapon against other people. He supposedly lost his family. It's a revenge mission. He's like the ultimate weapon. You can't kill him. He gets his power taken away, but then he gets it back. So I kind of love that they're very similar in plot, but he's way better in Last Witch Hunter.
Yeah, way, way better. What's number 2?
Villain. Which one has the better villain? And this one's really easy for me. Because I like The Last Witch Hunter, but I think Olafur Dari Olafsson as Belial, Julie Engelbrecht as the Witch Queen, and spoiler, Elijah Wood as Dolan the 37th. I don't think they're nearly as strong as like the bubblegum chewing Sam Hewen, Jimmy Dalton, Guy Pearce, Dr. Emil Harding. But most importantly, he's not a villain, but he has a minor villain moment. It's Toby Kebbell as Martin Axe when he's dancing to Psycho Killer. Like that scene has more personality than any of the villains in The Last Witch Hunter. I don't, they only cast Olafson because he's tall. Like I don't think he has a presence. They just wanted a big dude on screen. And I just think that moment with Toby Kebbell, for me, gives the villains a lead here in Bloodshot.
Yeah, I went with The Last Witch Hunter.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I know, some debate. And the really came down to was the Witch Queen versus Guy Pearce's character. And then I was like, oh, here's the two main villains. And I was like, Guy Pearce isn't going to stand a chance against anything.
yeah, and listen, I like the Witch Queen. I like that she's like, humans suck. I'm just gonna kill you guys. Like you guys are pestilence on the world. So I kind of dig it. I just really don't like Olafson in it. Like I don't think he's. And then there's the Sentinel. Like I just wish there was more Witch Queen in it.
Yeah. I mean, she does have a really great line. You stack stone on top of stone and live in filth. I thought that was pretty awesome. But really, what it came down to, like, I just like the Witch Queen better because she's a more powerful character to take down. And we'll get into like why I think we'll get into the action scenes a little bit later. So I don't want to like talk about that now. But in general, I thought the Witch Queen was great. And I did like the guy, the big tall Belial. Yeah, and I think it's more the character concept than maybe his acting because he's very just like straight, like I'm a bad dude. That's it. Like he has literally no backstory.
No, and then he just dies. But I don't know. I just the Toby Kebbell dancing and the whole idea of such a stock villain with his sandals and that scene won it for me. So
I could watch that scene once. Perfect. I love it so much. It's so stupid.
Yeah, and and even though he's not a villain, I also like how petty Guy Pearce is. He just wants money. He's just using a guy to kill people. He's trying to keep everyone together, and like all of his workers are being brats. Like KT, it's like, listen, KT, I'll give you this, but you have to work for me. And then she stops wanting to work for him. Then he has Sam, or Dalton, who's kind of a brat. Then he has a crew of people who use like Wiley's code in their stuff. Like he's dealing with a bunch of idiots, and I kind of like him as like a bureaucrat. But yeah, I think the Last Witch Hunter is cooler and more powerful, and she has some dope lines. But Toby Kebbell dancing.
I mean, I can't argue with Toby Kebbell dancing.
Right,
that's a great scene.
Here we go. Better supporting characters. So we have KT as Aza. We have Wilfred Wiggins as Lamorne. And in Last Witch Hunter, we have Dolan the 36 by Michael Caine. We have Chloe, played by Rose Leslie. And the other supporting characters, the fashion people, the butterfly people. So we have those supporting characters. Which one do you think has the better supporting characters?
There's only one answer, a correct answer for this, and that's Bloodshot.
Yes,
because of Wiggins. Like Wiggins. He's just like, you know what? Every scene's mine now. Okay, mine. Yeah. And what holds Bloodshot back, and it's not I believe the character's name's Claire, so Rose. It's Elijah Wood's character.
Yeah,
he is so. I don't even think he's bad in it. He's just bland. There's just nothing there.
Nothing. Turtlenecks.
And you know what's interesting? I read an interview with him this morning about Bloodshot and why he chose this role. I mean, what he told me, he was like, or not, he told me, yeah, he told me through the interview.
Were you talking to him?
What he said in the interview was that he was drawn to the character because it wasn't funny, and it wasn't that they weren't going to do something like the guy in the chair from what is the movie? What is the TV show CSI where the guy in the chair is always funny. He's like, no, I didn't want to be cliche. So he's very serious about what he's doing. Kind of took away from the movie.
So Bloodshot definitely has a better guy in a chair because
100%.
Like I like Elijah Wood, but he's just when he has his turn, you're like, ugh. But I love Wiggins at the end. Gold chain, glasses, suit. He's like, you know what? I fixed all your nanobites. You're fine. You'll never be hungry again. Like you're just going to be good. Like yada, yada, yada. Like his sweatpants in the beginning, he owns it. And I do like Rose Leslie's character. I love the production design of her apartment, but I just don't think her and Vin have much chemistry. Like she's fine, but I mean, she's definitely treated more respectfully than Eiza Gonzalez, but like KT gets a fight scene. KT at least has an arc, I think, and it's going to be her, Wiggins, and Vin Diesel cruising around in an airstream solving crimes. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of fight scenes, Rose's fight scene in The Last Witch Hunter was lame. But I mean,
Yeah,
it was over in 1 minute, and like the two characters didn't know each other, and I was like, "Ah, this didn't
yeah,
really elevate anything. And while we're on it, like that whole scene does not make sense. I've thought about it and thought about it. I don't understand it. They're like the whole purpose of it is like all these witches in the prison are being channeled to summon the Black Plague Part Two,
yeah.
and they drag this guy out of the
One out,
prison
and he
who,
breaks it all.
yeah, well, it's like they're like, well, we can't kill him because it won't stop the chanting. You got to get inside and do it that way. But I was like, how does that work? Wouldn't it just be the same if you just lopped his head off? Because then there's one fewer witch and the chanting would be disrupted. They just don't. They don't really make it clear. It feels like they just did that to give her character something.
Yeah, and like she saves the day. I'm glad she gets a fight scene, but it's not. No, yeah, and I do love though that they're like, hey, we got to go, and we have to go to where all the witches are. He goes, oh, witch prison. It's the
Witch
most.
prison.
It's the most literal titled prison ever. And also, everyone, we have a special guest joining us. Megan's joining us to continue our conversation about Bloodshot versus Last Witch Hunter. So I'm going to switch it over. So if my sound sounds a little bit different, it's because I just had to add Megan onto the conversation. But Megan,
Hi.
how's it going, Meg?
Good.
Thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
So right now, David and I,
I was trying to think of a witch pun, but it wasn't happening.
Well, the question is, which prison did they go to?
Exactly.
Or we could come up with a name. Would it come up with a better name for which prison? Like Hexenhold or
Hexenhold. That's amazing. Hexenhold.
Yeah, I mean it's a combination of the Darkhold and the Hexen blade from this movie.
Oh. All right, so Megan, we have to get you caught up.
Okay.
So right now it's a tie. So David and I both think that the best performances in Last Witch Hunter. We think the best villain is in Bloodshot and we split. I said Bloodshot, David said Last Witch Hunter, and the best supporting characters are in Bloodshot.
Okay.
So which performance do you think is better from Vin?
Oh, I don't, it's tough. He was having a lot of fun in Last Witch Hunter.
Yeah. And he wasn't playing it as a morose immortal. He's just loving life.
Well, and he's super charming, which you don't get a lot from him in movies. He doesn't play just the nice sort of, I'm hanging out with my buds and shooting jokes and
yeah, he's just hanging out with Dolan, chilling. He got him a pen.
He engraved it, decreased the value, but
Quite a bit.
That's a flex move, though. So what do you think, Meg? Which one do you think best performance?
They're so different. I mean, one is straight up action movie, which he's great in. I don't know. I think I like how he's having fun in Last Witch Hunter because his other movies, he's just very, he's always on a mission. He's so serious.
He's very serious in Bloodshot, except when he's saying thank you to Wiley Wiggins.
You had a good point when we were rewatching it that he's had thousands of years to process all of his traumas, and he's just kind of hanging out now.
I'm sorry, it's Wilford Wiggins. I'm saying Wiley Wiggins because he's the actor from Dazed and Confused. I'm mixing the two up. All right, Last Witch Hunter. Now, Meg, who's the better villain? We have Bloodshot, played by what? Guy Pearce, Dr. Emil Harting, or we have The Last Witch Hunter with the Witch Queen. You can also add in Elijah Wood and Olafur Dari Olafsson in Last Witch Hunter, and you can toss in Toby Kebbell and Sam from Outlander into the villains as well. So which of the two has better villains? So David said Last Witch Hunter. I said Bloodshot because of Toby.
I mean, I do love Toby's dance moves, even though he's not really the villain.
So if it comes down to Guy Pearce or the Witch Queen, which one do you like more?
I mean, I love Guy Pearce's sweater vests. Those are great. I don't know. That's tough.
Robotic hand versus immeasurable power.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, so she's crazy powered. And that's something. He's got technology and money.
You got to pick.
And a great wardrobe. I mean, she's probably, if I'll do it this way, she's probably the more powerful one. So we'll go with that one.
Oh, so we're back to being tied.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So supporting characters, Meg. Who has which movie, Last Witch Hunter or Bloodshot? Which one has the better supporting characters?
Probably. I mean, I just really like KT and Lamorne Morris.
He's perfect in it, isn't
yeah.
he?
So I'll go with Bloodshot there.
All right, yeah. So both of us said Bloodshot. Now we're on action scenes.
And Lamorne and his random British accent.
Yeah, why does he have a British accent?
I have no idea.
You know what's funny? I went, is he British? No, he can't be British with that accent.
No.
But all right. So here we go. Right now we have The Last Witch Hunter has 4 votes, and no wait, Last Witch Hunter has 5 votes, and Bloodshot currently has 4. So actually, Last Witch Hunter is up by 1. So now we're on the action scenes. David, which one has better action scenes? Bloodshot or The Last Witch Hunter?
This is so easy. This is I think all 3 of us are going to pick the same one for this one. Bloodshot has the better action scenes across the board. And here's something I don't really want to say about Vin, but he doesn't know how to use a sword. Like the action sword, like him swinging around in this movie is just like, it looks like a club. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Vin and a sword never feels right. And then the battle with the Sentinel, he's immortal and he can still kill a Sentinel and not get a scratch on him. I do like the tree in the beginning. I like a good tree fight, but overall, Last Witch Hunter or Bloodshot with just the South African fight, the skyscraper fight, KT's fights, the EMP fight, the flower fight.
That's the thing. Like that's the best fight sequence in both of these movies. It's also one of the most original ones I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, totally true.
So I was watching The Pacifier and he throws baby powder in someone's face and has a powder fight.
Oh no.
He recycled some elements of powder fighting.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure they were super inspired.
Maybe
fighting.
maybe they're talking about what makes an original fight. And Vin goes, well, in The Pacifier, I flew flour and baby powder in someone's face. Maybe we could just do a flower truck. I got silence on that one.
I mean, it's what happened. What are you talking about? We saw it on screen.
All right, so Meg, action scenes. What are you going to say?
Yeah, I think Bloodshot.
Oh, so Bloodshot just took the lead. All right. So,
well, because the ones in Last Witch Hunter are really action. And the stakes feel super low because he can just heal himself. So he breaks his hand out of a handcuff, and then it immediately heals.
And then they're like, but he lost his power, but then he still kills a Sentinel and has not a scratch.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so
let's actually take a moment and say what the best fight scene is in The Last Witch Hunter, because I don't want to dump on it too much.
Oh, the tree fight. I mean, I love they're down on the bottom of the tree and those the Witch Queen servants are popping out of anywhere, like sucking people into holes, and sort of you get this 13th warrior Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom when they're in the cave scenes vibe. And so I don't mind Sword Diesel. I think Sword Diesel's better when he has hair.
I like Sword Diesel because he has an awesome beard.
Yeah. When he's regular Diesel with a sword, it doesn't work. But when he has the wig, it works.
I mean, I think he should have an axe. Just me. Like Diesel should have an axe. It shouldn't be Sword Diesel, it should be Axe Diesel. So now that we're talking about it, I do think the beginning sequence in the tree is probably the best sequence in the entire film for me.
Action-wise or just in general?
In general, I think it's probably the best sequence. But I really liked the bar fight scene in the memory bar. For one reason, when unarmed Diesel, I guess, attacks Belial. Belial has this glass shield that pops up that I was not expecting. It is a really, really cool concept. But I don't know if that fight scene's like all that great because like Belial just whoops him.
Yeah, it's a beatdown. And because he's still a little groggy from being in that memory. And it's kind of a sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely the witch fighting. What do you think about Diesel Sword or Sword Diesel?
I mean, it's all about the beard for me. He looks great with hair.
Yeah, he does look good with hair. That was like 3 hours of makeup on the commentary I learned.
He definitely believable Viking right there.
I like them walking through Iceland.
Oh, of course.
All right, so I think that's the best action scene by far. All right, this is big. What's the better movie? Megan.
No, I don't want to go first.
David.
It's Bloodshot. And it's Bloodshot. Here's the thing. I started watching The Last Witch Hunter, and I was like, I saw it in a theater. It's been a while, and I generally had impressions of like, hey, I did like this movie, but I also remember everyone else around me. I went to go see it with them. Like, that movie was terrible. I can't believe you made us go see that. One, like, have you seen me? Like, this is a movie made for me. So I had like kind of vague impressions of it. And when we started it, I started the film. It was like, oh, this is actually awesome. That tree fight scene at the beginning, like the airplane scene. but then it just sort of dipped lower and lower and lower. I still like this film, but it started off high and got worse for me. With Bloodshot, I think it actually ramped up and got better the longer you watched it. So I left with like a really good feeling.
That's interesting. With the tree, you're on this all-time high of being interested, and then when Dolan turns, and then the CGI Sentinel, you kind of, I don't know, not lose. I still love the movie, but you're right. Bloodshot, when you learn the twists and turns of it, and you learn that they've been messing with them and all the jokes about that kind of stuff, and then you get Wilfred in there, and then the final skyscraper fight. I would say Bloodshot is the better movie as well, but I like Vin a lot more in Last Witch Hunter. But I think Bloodshot's tighter, and it's half the budget, less than half the budget of Last Witch Hunter, and still looks just as good. Megan, what are you gonna say? We have two Bloodshotters.
I mean, I like The Last Witch Hunter because it's very entertaining and it's just this fantasy movie. You don't get a lot of those with like great action leads, and it's fun. Give me a dorky world that has all this, these systems to it. It's very interesting. I do believe that Bloodshot's probably a better, more complete, well-rounded movie.
Were you going with Last Witch Hunter because of the new idea?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I like that.
It is good, but I do want to expand. So maybe expand your thinking here, like the idea that this is like a new thing. It came up a lot in the interviews with Elijah Wood. It came up with Rose. Vin Diesel talked about it. Urban fantasy has been around for a very, very long time, and I've been reading it for 15 years. And on top of that, Underworld exists, right? Like this feels like a movie that draws heavily from that concept. So I wouldn't say it's like a brand new concept, but I would also would say I agree with you, Megan, that we don't get these a lot. Like we just never get something like this. When's the last time we had something?
Right.
It was
That's
probably
why
Underworld.
I'm throwing my support over there because I want more of this.
Got it. Yeah. I do want more of it as well.
I mean, look at Del Toro. I mean, urban fantasies are around, or magical realism has been around forever, but this is still a new story. It's not a comic book adaptation like Bloodshot is.
Yeah, that's true. That's really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I read tons of books like that. I just don't get movies like this. And then they do come out. They tend to be not great, or they're the YA ones.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point too.
And this is not a YA one.
No.
This is Vin. This is charming Vin.
Right.
Okay, so here's the final.
And he's having a great time.
Here's the final tally, and then we still have a couple questions that you have for us. But let's see where we're at. So we have 3. Let's see. I think Bloodshot has it. Bloodshot's gonna win, but we have 3, 5, 6 for Last Witch Hunter, and then we have 1, 4, 7, 9. So Bloodshot wins 9-6 overall.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, I think we've stressed enough that Vin is better in The Last Witch Hunter. But you got Wilfred. You have Metal Arms. You have KT. You have Toby Kebbell dancing. I think there's just more personality to Bloodshot. But it's close. It's still 9-6.
Yeah.
So what were your questions, David? You wanted to know.
I have 4. 2 of them you know, and 2 you don't.
Oh.
So the first one is, like, who would win in a bar fight? And I legitimately do not know. That's why I wanted to ask it, because
hard.
It is hard. There are 2 characters who have similar powers. I can run through like sort of the setup. So Calder is basically a normal human, maybe slightly stronger, who could heal himself from anything. And then you have Bloodshot, who is an upgraded human who's way stronger than Calder, can heal, but he's also limited by his nanobites. I don't know. It depends. I guess this really depends on like the setting in my mind.
Is this a 3-round fight or a 5-round fight?
I thought it was a 1-round fight, and
it's a bar fight.
Yeah,
okay.
It just go around. It just goes until it's over.
Okay, so if this is a bar fight, it has to be Bloodshot. If this is a Highlander-esque duel in an alleyway, that's till you die, it's gonna be Calder. Because those nanos will run out eventually. And if Calder has the flame sword, I think if this is a bar fight though, Bloodshot's just gonna throw Calder through a pinball machine and just wipe the floor with him until his nanobites are tired.
It's a really good point, because I thought like, hey, Just like you, Mark, Calder is just going to keep coming back. You can just beat him and beat him and beat him, and he's keep coming back until Bloodshot is worn down. But as you're talking, Bloodshot's strength is really critical here because he can TKO or not TKO, just knock out Calder with one shot, and then once he's knocked out, you can do whatever you want with him. So like bar fight's probably Bloodshot. I think you're right.
Yeah, and that's my two thoughts. That's my blood. And I'll have a Bloodshot while watching them fight in the bar.
Yeah.
What do you think, Meg? Who's winning this fight?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
The bar fight?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Bloodshot wins the bar fight?
Okay. I'm glad you figured that one out. I was struggling with it.
I've seen so many bar fights, David, that
right,
I've taken part in so many of them that I just see that's the way it's going to go down.
But if it takes more planning, because like we can agree that Calder is smarter than Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna Batman this, right?
Wilfred Wiggins calls him out too. Remember, Wilfred's like, you just walk into bullets. Like that's not sustainable. So Calder's not going to do that. Calder's a good fighter. Even as a human, he takes down the Sentinel. So he has thousands of years of combat experience.
Question number 2. Which sequel will actually get made?
Ooh, Bloodshot.
Yeah. Oh. Well, all right.
I mean, it's been how many years since Last Witch-Hunter?
Yeah. Should we just do logic then? Because it's been what, almost 10 years.
That's what we were doing.
It's been 10 years for Last Witch Hunter.
Right.
And then 3 years for Bloodshot. And Bloodshot can be made
Maybe
cheaper.
they'll pull a Top Gun in like 20 something years. They'll give him a sequel because the people wanted it.
Bloodshot can be cheaper too.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's Bloodshot.
I think it's Bloodshot.
I think it's Bloodshot too, but I think the one thing that The Last Witch Hunter has going for it is that Vin is passionate about this.
True.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I think he likes Bloodshot, but like he's passionate about D&D and The Last Witch Hunter.
I mean, let's say he makes $1 billion with Universal, and he's like, "Listen, can I just give me 50? Let me go make Last Witch Hunter."
Let's say he
Probably
makes
would.
$1 billion off of Guardians movies, and he just goes and makes it himself.
You know, he's tight with JJ Perry, and JJ Perry's directing movies now. He did Day Shift for Netflix, and JJ Perry did the fights for the Fast movies and Bloodshot.
Mm-hmm.
So he could get JJ Perry to direct Bloodshot 2 or Last Witch Hunter 2, one of those.
Yeah. And
they'd be down for it. He does Day Shift already. Why not do Last Witch Hunter 2? JJ Perry directed. The fights would be sick.
They had a crossover world.
Oh man.
Vampire law enforcement and
Snoop Dogg and Vin.
Witch hunters.
Charismatic Vin.
Yes.
Cool
Just
Vin.
all of them having a good time.
Now I want Last Witch Hunter, directed by JJ Perry.
Well, so I think we are going to get one of these. I do, but it's going to be after Fast and Furious 10 Part 2.
And if Furia takes off.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be there day one to see that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So I have 2 more. So if you had to switch a supporting role, a character with a character from the other movie, who would it be? An example of this would be, say, you take Elijah Wood and you would put him over into Bloodshot, and then you take the character who he replaced and put it into Last Witch Hunter.
Jeez Louise.
I know, that's a hard one.
You know what? Give Elijah Wood has approved himself as a killer in Sin City, so make him the Toby Kebbell dancer and put Toby Kebbell in Last Witch Hunter as the Dolan. I would like that.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds fun.
I don't want to see Rose Leslie and Isa switched.
Mm-mm.
I don't want Guy Pearce and the Witch Queen switched.
Why not? The Witch King.
Guy Pearce is the Witch King?
I would say it doesn't have to be a 1-to-1.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You could say like Witch Queen takes over for Dalton, and then Dalton would.
So Guy Pearce has recruited the Witch Queen?
I'm just giving ideas here. I haven't thought this out.
Does the Witch Queen have a metal arm?
Oh my gosh, that'd be cool.
She can't have a metal arm. That's against the Witch Queen code, right? She's all nature.
That's true.
A wood arm or a stone arm.
She has like a wood arm made with proprietary wood tech from Guy Pearce.
What?
I kind of want to see. I want to see Toby Kebbell in The Last Witch Hunter.
Yeah,
it's a bigger
he'd
role.
Be fun.
It's a bigger role. I've never seen him in a turtleneck.
Toby's great.
Yeah, just keep Toby in both.
Just watch Hurricane Heist.
Yeah, that's mine, David. I'm swapping Toby and Elijah.
It's honestly a great one. It's really good. I was thinking Michael Caine and Guy Pearce. flipping
Ooh.
them.
Oh yeah.
So Michael, as the evil guy, I want to see Michael Caine with a robot arm.
Yeah, and I think he just has a bit more gravitas than Guy Ritchie. I mean, he's older, obviously, but like that could actually make it more interesting.
I told you, KT, you can't go away from here.
Yeah, he
Wait, that's
could
a
do,
Southern
He
accent.
could do evil guy.
Yeah, evil guy, Pierce.
I'd like to see Lamorne Morris in The Last Witch Hunter, but is
Yes.
maybe a new no. Well, sure, but no, I was thinking like an apprentice where he's training him.
Oh, like a day shift with Jamie Foxx
Yeah.
and Dave Franco.
Uh-huh.
But Vin training Lamorne Morris
Yeah,
to
and
be a witch
him
hunter.
being, adorable and funny and also capable, learning the ropes,
That sounds amazing.
hunting the witches,
I would
making
love.
jokes like which one?
Which one? That which
That
one?
witch.
No, which one? No, like which number one? Not which one, which number one?
Exactly.
Oh.
He could totally do it.
Who's on first? Which two? What?
Yeah, great. And that's what this movie needed. It needed a little bit more comedy.
Yeah.
I don't care where it came from. It just needed a little bit more.
Oh,
more
man,
pulpy.
swap Toby, put Toby in there and put Lamorne.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I like that.
It's great.
Fruza Bulk would have been great from The Craft as Rose Leslie's character.
Oh yeah.
Love Fruza Bulk so much. you know, we did when we all three of us did the episode on The Craft. You already know this.
Yeah.
It would have been maybe nicer to have a character more in line with Vin's age, because she was what, 28, 27?
Yeah.
Or Rose was, and he was 48, 49.
And there's more of a romantic thing between them than there is with KT. Like Vin and KT aren't hooking up. They're just sort of buds.
Yeah.
Well, you knew
she's sympathetic to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you knew that there was something romantic going on because both his dead wife and her had red hair. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just it could have been the lady from the Yellowstone, the witch lady whose face melts. She's a little older than Rose Leslie.
That one.
Yeah.
But she's just so annoying on Yellowstone. I can't like her. I thought you were gonna say it could be Kelly. What's her name? Could have been Rose Leslie.
Kelly who?
The one from Yellowstone.
Oh, whoa. That's a different movie. She's
very sassy.
Yeah. That'd be good.
What about no? It could have been Bryce Dallas Howard. She could do it. She could do like cutesy,
yeah, BDH
fun.
would be great. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only time Vin has done an age-appropriate relationship is in The Pacifier with Lauren Graham. They're the same age, and they have a little thing.
How much older is he than Michelle Rodriguez?
Like 10 years, 8 years.
Okay, because like they like I was like, I guess they kind of work in Fast and Furious, the first one, but I was like, she would have been like 18 and he would have been 27.
Yeah, but he knew her when she was younger than that too. Like she was a little bugger in Fast 9 during the flashbacks. I don't want to get into that math.
No, don't. That's not.
What's
that's
your
for a future article?
What's your last question?
Okay, so this is more literal. Why is this movie called The Last Witch Hunter? And I have a question for you. Here's why I'm asking this question. At the beginning, everyone died. Not everyone died, so he literally wasn't the last witch hunter. And at the end, like, he's not part of the group, but they're also witch hunters. So I don't know. Like, why is it called The Last Witch Hunter?
The last immortal witch hunter. All the other because all those people he traveled with are dead. So he's the last.
They didn't. They died eventually.
Yeah. So he's the last living member of the initial witch hunters.
Which is why he needs to train Lamorne Morris as his apprentice.
So,
very true.
There has to be. Why aren't there more witch hunters in this world?
It just feels like a snazzy title. There's The Last Action Hero, The Last Jedi. Wasn't the actual Last Jedi.
Yeah. The Last Starfighter.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. The Last Stand.
It's marketing. It's to pique your interest.
Yeah.
But aside from like logic, I just think hunting witches is tough. And
so it's the type of industry where they say, oh, there's not enough women working in STEM. So you're basically saying there's not enough people who want this job. That's why he's the last one.
It's tough.
I'm sure it is. It's downright deadly.
The witches kill everybody in this, and they're very powerful. So I think Also, I think just having one is scarier because you're like, where is Calder?
Keep track of him.
Like, no one can, like, you know what? Maybe
Is he behind you?
he only has to be him because I know he's on a commercial flight in the beginning, but they probably private jet him around. And like, I think the witches are so scared it only has to be him. Like he'll get you eventually because he's immortal. Like he'll find you and his private
Yeah,
jet.
he's got time on his side.
Yeah.
Just wait him out.
So that's all you need now because everyone's so afraid of him. Like if we were 3 witch hunters, the witches would be like, all right, yeah, like they're tough and all, but I could just put a spell on them and turn them into a chicken.
Or they could just wait till we die.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be gone soon enough.
You see him from across the street, watch this blump, drop something on my head.
I mean, at the beginning, it's terrifying when they scratch the warrior's armor and then it shrinks on top of him. And that was like, oh my God.
That's probably why, because he's the only one who can live.
Speaking about like his immortality, there is a moment of unintentional humor in The Last Witch Hunter that I cracked up at, and it's near the end. It's when he's in his mind and he goes back to his death, and the first Dolan comes up and sees I forgot his name all of a sudden, and Calder burnt to a crisp on his knees in front of the dead witch queen, and they go, he's dead. And then he moves and someone basically yells, he's cursed. or no, he's still alive. And I was like, no, really, he's clearly like not alive. He's burnt to a skeleton. Like, what are you talking?
But that's why I love Last Witch Hunter. Let's go to the witch prison. Like, there's no fancy name for it.
It's not
just
like Azkaban.
Yeah, he's just, wait, is he dead? No, he's alive. He's cursed. Oh, okay.
So ridiculous.
He's crispy cursed.
And this is the final question, actually. I had 5. I can't count. What would the clandestine group that Calder works for name you? And I can go first if you want.
So he's the last witch hunter. Is that his name?
They call him the Weapon.
So we need to come up with a name for ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, what's yours?
I would probably be the barista because I drink a lot of coffee. That's really it. Like I'm not going out in the field. You want to get some coffee to get fueled up? I'll make you a nice cup.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, so I would be called craft services because of the craft. So like, I work with witch covens because I do craft services.
Ay.
Where's craft services at? Crafty. No, that's what we call craft services on set. Crafty.
So
where's Crafty at? I would be called Crafty.
Love it.
What would you be, Meg?
I don't know.
Bazooka Mo?
No, I don't know. I was going for something much more threatening, but I guess we're being literal.
We have the barista, we have Crafty, and we have...
I don't know. You come up with one for me.
Okay, let's see. So Megan, let's see. You're sustainability. Let's see. You would be the Iron Maiden.
What?
Because you like the band.
Oh.
I mean, I love the band too. Oh yeah, Megan.
Like that's not even your job. Everyone just associates you with Iron Maiden because you always pull up in your Trans Am and you blast an Iron Maiden, or your '65 Mustang and you're just blasting Iron Maiden.
Okay.
How's that?
Sure.
But like you just work in ordinances, but everyone calls you Iron Maiden.
I mean, I kind of think of you as the fixer, Megan. Like you come in after Calder screws everything up. You're like, gotta fix up this mess.
Oh, I like that.
All right, the fixer. There we go. Do you like Iron Maiden or fixer?
The project manager.
The Iron Fixer.
Oh, the project manager is pretty scary.
Exactly.
It is,
what does it mean?
It's very literal and it's very metaphorical. It's like, what does she manage?
There you go.
What do you manage? Projects.
Are you the next project?
Yeah.
That's a great line. I know I said that was the last question, but I did want to bring something up that we did not touch on. And I think it's a good opportunity to do so. So we know that The Last Witch Hunter is based off of D&D, right? I've played D&D many, many times, and I wanted to do a quick just gut check with two of you. Like, how does this movie compare to literally the D&D movie that came out? Because it feels like that's a good example of like the two types of D&D games. There's like the super serious one, and there's the ones like I usually play, which are completely off the walls, and you have no idea what's going on.
I mean, I will say, when we were watching this movie, I looked to Mark and I said, I wish there was a chubby dragon.
She did.
Love
And
it.
This is the D&D movie by a D&D fanatic. D&D Thieves Honor Amongst Thieves, Among Thieves is the hey, it's D&D but cool and cheeky and funny. This is
Starring the best Chris.
yeah, sorry, the best
The
Chris.
best Chris. He's absolutely the best Chris.
This one, so D&D by Vin is very straightforward, nerdy, witch prison, colder, glass shields. The other one is it's just we don't want people feeling
Super serious but quirky reggae Jean Page and fat dragons and
So funny.
and Michelle Rodriguez dropping like my favorite line of the year. Well, we'll keep your your share.
and a very non-threatening but still nefarious Hugh Grant.
They wanted to make this is D&D for the masses. Vin made D&D for D&D for him.
Like his group, like
yeah.
like serious players,
Yeah,
like non-casuals like me.
that's what I think. That's my thought.
I will say I really like the D&D movie because there's a great amount of humor to it. And maybe that's what Last Witch Hunter needed a little more of.
Needed more
Absolutely.
Wilfred
Needed something. It needs some type of humor.
and more Toby Kebbell dancing in flip flops.
Toby Kebbell could have totally been in the D&D movie.
Yeah,
He would have been great.
he's just working with M. Night right now in Love and Life. They're doing Servant on Apple. 3 seasons. TK. M. Night. Apple Plus.
Be there.
Says the project manager.
The project man. This is the project that needs to happen. And then one just trivia thing. Vin did do a live D&D game for Critical Role where he played his character, Melkor, who is based off Calder. And it's like 30 minutes. You can see it on YouTube. Just search it up and you can see Vin playing D&D as his character. It's pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll give us more nerdy stuff.
Yes.
This sounds terrible. No, I want both. Because just give me both sequels. Just I hope Fast 11 and 10 make $1 billion each, and they're just like, all right, here you go.
Give me more nerdy stuff and normalize the nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
But what constitutes the nerdy stuff here? Like, are we talking more fantasy or?
Well, I'm talking. Well, so like Megan, you read a lot of fantasy and you read a lot, but like I feel like I don't think Dungeons and Dragons, the latest one, is nerdy. I think The Last Witch Hunter is quote unquote. I don't think it's nerdy, but I think it's more aimed towards
fantasy fans.
Yeah, and not the mainstream.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I would give me more straight faced, but funny, but not like we're too cool to be straight faced Dungeons and Dragons. Give me Last Witch Hunter 2.
Like World of Warcraft, like
Yeah.
that film. Like, yeah, that's like a great example.
That movie.
Toby Kebbell,
I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
TK,
Ragnar.
Yeah, from Vikings. Yeah, just give us that. Like, I don't know, give us more that yeah, I'm not gonna call that nerdy, but give us more like straight up, not Willow, not
not Game of Thrones, which is fantasy for mainstream, and
give us Last Witch Hunter, which is legit the witch prison.
It's so good. I love with the last witch. No, I love The Witcher. I love The Witcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a series. Like I would love a movie that is more in line with this, not just eight episodic TV.
And people who like The Witcher making it, because I think Henry Cavill's leaving because they didn't like the source material.
Well, that's go ahead.
Just give us more witches in general.
Yeah, Fruza Bulk.
More witches that aren't in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, all these things come out, and like there are fantasy fans who are older, like me. Not that I'm old, but I'm not in high school. I'm not in college. But all these films are based around. It's essentially the hero's journey, right? Oh, the new person comes in, they learn they have magic, then they have to stop someone who probably one of their friends. But like, give me something about a guy who's like kind of a journeyman, right? Or a journey woman.
And Vin's, what's interesting in Last Witch Hunter? He's already been there. Like you meet him, and then he's been there for hundreds of years, thousands of years. So he's like, you don't really get much of an origin story for him. You get a mini one in the beginning, but then he's not learning the ropes at all.
It's not a coming of age trying to learn his way.
Yeah,
he knows his way.
Bloodshot's him learning his way. I like your style, David. That makes sense.
I do hope we get it. If you both want to do more fantasy stuff, I am here for it. I am so here for it.
Me too.
We'll pick. We got. What do we have lined up?
So you and I have The Mummy 2 next.
Oh, yes.
And then we have to finish up our Monster Beast series. We have 2 films from that.
Yeah. And then fantasy.
And then we can do fantasy. And you know what? I'm going to look up like the best fantasy movies right now. 3 of us can talk about them. I know we're running a little long.
Did we do Willow together?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm down. I'm doing that dragon movie with Adam Hodgins. I did Dragonheart with him. But yeah, we can talk about it and I've done Green Knight. Rookie of the Year is a fantasy. Well, we'll talk about it. We'll let you know. And hey,
It's magical realism.
Hey, David, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me David Cross. Basically, any social media platform, that will be me. I also co-host Award Wieners. It's a irregular podcast where we cover a Oscar Best Picture winning movie. The one that we are going to do next is, oh my God, The Great Ziegfeld. That's from 1933, I think. Pretty interesting. It's also 3.5 hours, so it's a long movie.
Oh my.
Well, yeah, definitely listen to the Award Wieners Movie Review podcast. And thank you for joining me, Megan.
It was
David.
great.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Happy Bloodshot Miss. All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for David Cross, and for Megan Hoffmeyer, this is Movie Stones and Flicks. We'll see you next week.
Boo.